Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is 31 Days of Halloween, Day 19, Toothy Ghost. For this project, I'm using some foil, some Premo pearl clay, some Premo black clay, and some Premo translucent clay. So first I'm just taking my foil and shaping it into the basic shape of my ghost. I wanted to have like a little bit of a tail to him, but it kind of stuck out too far, so I cut that off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and round him out a little bit. Now I'm going to take my pearl clay and soften it up. And I just want to roll it out or stretch it out into like kind of a sheet. So I could just lay it over my shape. And I was thinking of like, a kid wears, those old, you'd wear like a bed sheet and you'd be a ghost on Halloween. I was going with the thought process that I could do that. And I did this first one and it just didn't look quite right. I like some of the wrinkles to it, but I just didn't have enough and it didn't have the look I wanted. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to go ahead and go back over it and cover the bottom, because I'm thinking, okay, I want that to be finished, even though it's not going to be seen. Now I'm going to soften this up some more. I'm going to roll it out, and I had some air bubbles. I popped those with my needle tool. Now I'm going a little bit thinner with it, and I'm going to see if this works. So smooth out the top there. The head seemed a little bit rough. And it's still, I wasn't happy with it. I like some of the wrinkles, but it did bunch up in places kind of weird, not how a cloth would. So I decided to go ahead and cut off the excess and just smooth it out. And once I did this, I was really happy how he looked. He still had that same look of like a kid wearing a sheet, which, I mean, it's not exactly what I'm going for because I still want him to be a ghost. I don't want him to be somebody in costume, but I like that, generic Halloween ghost look. Now, one of the things that I also liked was when I was looking online, I looked at several ghost pictures just for references and ideas for Halloween, and I thought it would be fun to do this one that I saw that had these buck teeth. So that's what the translucent's for. But before I get to that, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to sculpt out his little arms. I want to have little arms reaching forward. I don't want to make them too long, so I did trim them a little bit. Get those positioned so they'd be below his head. Even though there's no defining spot on him that shows where his head is. You want to kind of place it in the middle there. Now we'll get those all smoothed in. Add some more detail with some, rippling effect to the bottom of him. So he's got some, motion to him. Now I'm going to use my ball tool to sculpt out some eye sockets for him. And then I'm going to take a little bit of pearl clay and make his upper mouth area, his upper lip, so they can cover up those teeth. Now I'm just going to take some translucent clay and make his buck teeth. So I'm just going to soften that up, and then I'm going to start shaping those. So I just want to do 2 big teeth on him. But when I first started them, I'm like, wait, those are way too big. So I had to cut off some of the excess and get them shaped right. And then get them placed together. And I'm going to do a little bit of an indentation where I can put those. And then I'm going to trim off some excess for his mouth and cover those up. And then take my ball tool to smooth in that pearl clay I put there for his upper part of his mouth. Now I'm going to go ahead and widen out his eye sockets, or lengthen them. And I'll soften up my black clay for his eyes. So I'm just going with straight black eyes on this guy. Get those in place, and you'll notice one of them is larger than the other. Just thought it kind of gives him more of a goofy look. And I think I'm pretty happy with him, so we'll go ahead and bake him according to package instructions. And once he's cooled down, we can take a look at the finished Toothy Ghost. So I'm really happy with how this guy turned out. The only thing I'd probably change on him is maybe mix in a little bit of color with that translucent for his teeth. Just don't think there's enough contrast between that and the pearl. But if you look at him up close, I mean, he still has a good look to him, and I like the way that translucent looks. I don't know, there's something I would add differently to it, but other than that, I'm very happy with him. Get my camera to focus. He's just kind of a fun, goofy looking character, and I think he'll be good on any Halloween shelf or just hanging out on your desk during the Halloween season. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and remember, I will be posting a new Halloween video tomorrow, and I do have a Halloween playlist down below that contains all my previous Halloween videos. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and remember, never stop creating. Bye! If you'd like a piece of your Halloween artwork featured in my final 31 Days of Halloween video, please hashtag Andrew's 31 Days of Halloween 2019 on Instagram, or email it to me at andrewschmidtclaycreations@gmail.com. I will put this information down in the description box below so you don't have to copy it off of the screen. Deadline for submissions is October 26th, and one submission per artist.